Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SCW Episode 3, New Blood Rising, where the show name changes absolutely every show. As always, for the first year or two, we're going to go Cohen in a pre-show match, and it was decent. He defeats Eric Cannon in a death match as the Young Deathmatch King wins in 10 minutes via the Michinoku driver. 40-13-45 for wrestling crowd and segment. Storyline has advanced. Tremont wasn't great. We'll probably remove him off of the road agent stuff. I didn't notice that, so that's my fault. Alright, 60 for Cohen, though, 19 for Eric Cannon. Let's go ahead and get into the start of the show. We open the show with Mike and Cohen at the announcement gate. They say, we have a huge show for you tonight, one that includes a tag team deathmatch featuring Matt Tremont and Sam Stackhouse taking on Vandal 48's Otis Kogar and Christian Napier. In addition to that, we have a rubber match between Hikaru Shida and La Hija de Guadalajara for the SCW Women's Championship. Cohen finishes that in the main event. We're going to see the SCW Championship decided as the main one. A born and bred member of the Anawahi bloodline, Zilla Fatu, takes on the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. So we're going to have a fantastic show tonight. 47 overall. Kingston debuted his War King gimmick to a very good rating, and all the storylines have advanced. The commentary is amazing, and the angle got the crowd off to a hot start. Alright, and about that had superb wrestling and great heat. Wolfgang defeats Tomohiro Ishii with a Swanton Bomb, 69-52 for Ishii and Wolfgang. Storylines have advanced. Creative finish was a success. And again, Matt Tremont is selling 60, 33, and 61 overall. We're running the no style, so we're going the 70, 30, 30, 70 between popularity and match rating, whichever is higher. That's what we're going to go with here. 61. All right, next up about that, good wrestling with great heat. Ortiz defeat AJ Gray and Mance Warner in 11-30 when Ortiz submitted AJ Gray. Gray taps out. He was a weak link, though. 47, 59, and 59. So while he was the weak link, it wasn't terrible. My goodness. Matt Tremont, you are being removed immediately from the booking or from the road agent stuff. My gosh, that was terrible. 57. All right, next up, we see Eddie Kingston backstage getting ready for his match tonight for the Slam City Wrestling Championship as the main one walks up to the Mad King. Zilla walking up to Eddie Kingston says that later Father Time has cut up to Eddie. As if he knew what was good for him, he'd step away before he gets carted off. Eddie would go on to laugh and remind Zilla that he's been doing this for a very long time. He knows his body very well, and he agrees. The hourglass has flipped, but regardless, he's absolutely ready to go out there and fight for the SCW Championship. Fatu laughs and tells him that his funeral and pretends to hit him, which Kingston does not flinch on. So the big main event tonight, Zilla Fatu versus Eddie Kingston for the SCW Championship. 55 overall. Alright, next up, we have Atticus Kogar defeating Axel Tesher in 10-22 with a headlock driver. 55 overall, 15-24 for wrestling and the crowd. Axel with a 56, Kogar with a 44, and they're continuing to work on it. Mike and Cohen has advanced with the segment. Damn it, I gotta cancel that, really. It's basically just us on commentary, so we're gonna cancel it. 55. Alright, next up, about that has superb wrestling and a decent reaction for the crowd. La Hija de Guadalajara defeated Hikaru Shida in 12:49 with a Mishi driver in their rubber match. The match was designed in self-specific story. Gatabella wins the HSW Women's Championship. And, I know Shida's more over. She's more popular. She's a little bit better of a worker than Gatabella, but I think Gatabella is more likely to not get poached from us. So we're going to go with her out the outset. It would have been nice to have Shida in the lineage, and maybe we still will, but we're going to go with Gatabella to start. 65-44 for Shida and Gatabella. And we've advanced the segment again. 63 overall. Alright, next up, as the fans erupt seeing Ace Austin here in Slam City Wrestling. Ace Austin wins a microphone, tells the fan that he's here. He's a former X Division champion, a former TNA Tag Team champion, and he brings his X style of wrestling to take on Slam City. Ace says that he's looking for gold. He's on an expedition for greatness, and regardless of what's happened before SCW, he is here to set a new trajectory, a trajectory that is all the way up. So, X title, not the X Division title, but basically the X Division title, the X Championship here in SCW. That was Joseph Samuel's Ultra Violent Championship. Again, we're kind of rebranding a little bit less just ultra hardcore. So the X Championship, Cruiserweight style, Lucha Libre style, hardcore style, all of it just encompassed. So we can kind of go between styles. But a 47 overall here. Austin will debut next show. Alright, and about that, a superb wrestling and a decent reaction. Matt Tremont and Sam Stackhouse defeats Vandal 48, OC, Otis Kogar, and Christian Napier in a death match at 9:44. When Matt Tremont pinned Christian Napier with a Ultra Oranagi. 51-45 for the big boys. Kogar and Napier 52. Christian Napier and Kogar have great chemistry. They should. I put that in there. Matt Tremont defended his Killdozer gimmick with a great rating. Napier debuted his Midwest Menace gimmick with a very good rating. Everybody's great in the match. And the match via the commentary gets a boost. 47 for the wrestling, only 11 from the crowd. And that's all right. That's why we're going with the 70-30, 30-70 for the no style. All right, 54. All right, and in the main event, we have Eddie Kingston defeating Zilla Fatu with a blackout lariat. It's evolve around a lot of high spots. Eddie wins that HSW. Much like Sheeta's not getting it because I don't think she's going to stick around. I do think Kingston will get poached as well, but we're going to go with Kingston because I really want him in my lineage. 37-25 for Kingston and Fatu. All the storylines have advanced. Unfortunately, Man King has lost heat. Tremont ruined. He sold the main event. Goodness gracious, Matt Tremont. All right, but as the bell sounds, Eddie Kingston celebrates our first ever SCW champion. So again, Kingston's super over. We think Tremont sold a little bit, but regardless, he improvised well, automatically advanced, and that's going to end us at New Blood Rising here. The next show is going to be SCW Ace of Hearts, built around the namesake of Ace Austin. So until next time, this is Mike wishing you a glorious rest of your day. This was SCW New Blood Rising, Episode 3 for Slam City Wrestling. Have a blessed day, everyone.